Great rise and beautiful beings, great rise and beautiful beings. I really need a cover for this table because I got a feeling these cards are going to scuff it up. It's just a very cheap table that I try to never use unless I put a tablecloth on it, but I'm going to have to go buy the fabric that I need. Great rise and beautiful beings. This is RevereSkye'sEssence. We are just trying a different visual. I always do my disclaimer because water bugs, cockroaches, you name it. Hold on one second. So I'm back. Gotta do the disclaimer, okay? For some reason this house is easily able to get a water bug in here. Okay, I'm never here. I've actually seen one come through the crack of the door. And it's always when I lay down. When I lay down, I have the bathroom light on. And there one comes. So I have to get up and get the... But I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know right now. If one crawl in here, one looking, it must be my spirit guide. You know, they don't want us to like them, but I think they are very important to nature, okay? They have a nature that needs to be studied, observed. They can outlive us, okay? So I'm starting to think like I want to use them as my totem and utilize their spirit, but I don't really want them in my videos. That's crazy. That's like saying, I got a fat baby mama and I don't want nobody to know I got a fat baby mama. Or I got a crush on a fat bitch and I don't want nobody to know I got a crush on a fat bitch. Like that, right? So yeah, this is RevereSkye'sEssence. This is going to be a little deep, okay? Coming soon, Amber Lemonade, okay? Everybody want lemonade to be vibrant, light yellow, to amber lemonade. A video, a tutorial coming soon. Just right. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. I'm sorry. Work with me. Okay. So we are going to channel Alan Watts, okay? He is a philosopher, okay? He philosophizes. He regurgitate, but in a very nice way, what speaks to him through other people, right? What makes sense to him, what he brings to light on his own. I've been knowing about him for about 17 years now, okay? But this is the catch. I didn't really listen to his speeches, his lectures. I didn't listen to them, okay? And I know people right now to this day have become very successful by repeating what Alan Watts say, okay? Like you wouldn't even know he or they were getting it from Alan Watts. You know what I mean? They own it. They own the energy. Okay. Now, this dream, it took me a while to realize it because, like I say, I do not listen to his lectures like that. So a few years back, Alan Watts, showed up in The Construct. Okay. Just like the rich guy, like the same setting. I spoke about a rich guy, dreaming about a rich guy, and the next day, one of the well-known puppet families, somebody passed away at 87, okay? So now, what we're dealing with is, let me do woosah for a minute, because there's so much white, and I know for a fact the cucaracha like to show up, okay? I ain't trying to be funny. I'm a focus. Like I say, if it show up, I'm not going to kill it. I'm not going to break my character and go assassinate this little cockroach. Okay? Well, they big, but you know, they got wings. They big. Okay. So this dream had wood walls, beautiful stained dark mahogany wood walls. Big long table. Same scenario as the rich guy. I was at one end of the table, there was at the other end of the table. And I get mad at myself because I don't ask the right questions. Especially when I'm conscious aware that I'm in this dream. I don't, even when I'm conscious and aware I'm in these dreams, I don't ask the right questions. Like, I want to know what I was doing, but I never asked the right questions. Okay. I know I like food, but I know not to eat their food. Okay? Do not eat in your dreams. Never. Observe, but don't eat in your dreams. Okay, so that was Alan Watts. Okay. And I let it go. You know what I mean? The next day, the rich puppet family died after that dream. So, or passed away. His image was deleted. And I guess Alan Watts' energy was like, you really not going to start listening to my philosophy, my speeches? You just not. So the algorithms just start popping up with Alan Watts. Like I would watch something that I want to watch, and then Alan Watts would just show, like the video wouldn't let me press play, the video would start playing. It's another guy, same way. Like, I do not interested, and next thing you know, I get done with a video I'm watching, and then their new upload will show up. And instead of allowing me to press play, it presses play on its own. Okay. So I'm going to see if I could get a reasonable reading. Okay. I'm not going to ask too many questions. I just want to know the energy of Alan Watts' spirit. Like, what did he want in the dream realm? Like, of course I could do research and philosophize everything that awakens me to help me to see, help me to gather information. But I want to know why he would want a 30-some-year-old black female that lives in the hood. Like, why would he risk identifying himself? Yeah, it was Alan Watts. It was a beautiful, beautiful wood look with a long wood table. And he was eating. He told me he was eating vegetables. Okay, here we go with the little candle flare. Already, y'all. Hoping. Expecting, faith, manifesting. What else? Trapped. Stuck, tied down, captive. What else, spirit? Obscurity, secrets, mysteries. Apology, forgiveness, return, sorry. Longing. Craving, aching, and wanting. Spirit. Confusion. Uncertain, unclear, unsure. I gotta look up when he passed away. Broken, shattered, heartbroken, and destroyed. escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. I guess I'll do 10 of them. Death, awareness, importance, and value. Well, divine masculine tried to come out in chemistry. Okay. So we're gonna definitely need another deck, okay? Hoping, trapped, obscurity, apology, longing, confusion, broken, escaping, depths. Divine masculine and chemistry. What would make a character such as Alan Watts visit me? Bring me to his domain. Okay, keep it about Alan Watts. Don't deviate off the subject. Spirit. I might need to burn a little sage. Well, I thought I had the sage. This can't be rushed. Spirit said this can't be rushed. Take time. See, this is the thing. Like, I don't know if Alan Watts' energy would be talking to me to explain why. Clear the energy. Clear the energy. Clear the way. So that Alan Watts' frequency and energy and memory and the construct clear the way. Okay. Now, let's look at this again. I haven't burnt sage in a while. Oh no, that's just a mark. Okay. You know, when you see trapped in obscurity, it makes you think, like, is this person physically trapped? Did their soul not pass over? Did they actually transfer his consciousness and spirit to a synthetic reality? You get what I'm saying? Like, they probably have the opportunity to talk. Like, let's say you're in a synthetic reality. They probably say, you got one shot to reach out to somebody, to let them know that you still exist, your energy still exists. You didn't actually transfer to a higher realm or nothing. We actually trapped your, like, you know how they just talk about the stack. No, they ain't. The algorithms, where they trying to sell folks something. Okay. So, like, sometimes you could be trapped in a synthetic reality. Let me see when he passed away first. So he's a British American writer and orator. Okay. If you don't know what he looks like, this is what he looks like. That's the man that was in the dream. Okay. Alan Wilson Watts was a British American writer. Okay. He was born January 6, 1915. He passed away. He died. He died in Druid Heights, y'all. Druid Heights. If you know what druid means. November the 16th, 1973. As if it was a sacrificial energy, okay? He was born in the United Kingdom. He has spouses. He got children. His parents. Education 1948. If you know that date and you know what it represents, pay attention. Seabury Western Theological Seminary, 1948. The King's School of Canterbury. Okay. So this guy showed up. And he showed up with the long hair. He didn't show up with short hair. Okay. But I tried to look at his, like, I wish I could see the inside of his home or something. The way he used to live. So let's get back to it. So I think we cleared the way. Okay. Hoping, trapped, obscurity, apology, longing, confusion, broken, escaping depths. Divine masculine and chemistry. It looks like his energy may be trapped and he's trying to escape. Why else would you reach out to me? Like, it doesn't feel like any voice of reason. It doesn't feel like... Now, would I work with Alan Watts' energy? Hell, fuck yeah. But something about being trapped, broken, and escaping, and apologizing. It's like they're trying to apologize. He's trying to apologize to people he didn't get a chance to apologize to. Hoping that he was actually able to help people. You know what I mean? He has a level of divinity, right? Divine masculine and chemistry. And like I say, I'm a sapiosexual. You know, when his videos and lectures actually started playing, it got to the point where I would read the titles to tarot readings, and it was like, I just felt like it was too much drama. Like my Alan Watts frequency was on. Like I can't watch Alan Watts and then jump straight into tarot if it's drama, you know. It has to be something more motivational, but not too motivational. Like their channel can't be just straight motivational. It has to be relatable, okay? Confusion, longing. I want to keep these cards out here. So let's see. Spirit. This is strictly about Alan Watts, the British writer, the British American writer. Okay. Feather of Hope. Hope came out again, y'all. What? Tell me about this trapped. Oh, that card flipped so fast. It's hard to read these cards. Getting advice. Seek guidance with an open heart. Ready to learn and grow from the wisdom offered by others. Man, that is scary. I'm not saying I'm scared of it or I want the frequency to leave. Did you just see that? I'm talking about a writer, okay, a lecturer, a scholar, a philosopher. And the light bulb came on for getting advice. And I said that I would work with that energy. Hell yeah. Answers unfold. Keep your mind open and be willing to learn from this experience. Sorrow heals. In heartache, shadow growth awaits. In heartaches, shadow growth awaits. Let pain refine, not define you, as brighter days are promised. So maybe the Alan Watts energy felt like I've been broken enough to actually be able to see both sides, the yin and the yang, the duality of life. Like, maybe, remember I said a lot of people cannot raise their Kundalini energy, activate their third eye until they go through a lot of trauma. Like, just to live a perfect life, you got to go through some type of healing, traumatic healing, because your body has to repair itself. And to go in that state of repair, you got to be going through some life and death situations. So it's like this trapped, broken confusion. It's like, I want to work with you. He's present. You know what I mean? But also it's something about, I need to apologize about my past. So this would be Alan Watts talking to me. It's like, apologize about your past. Apologize to yourself for learning, right? It'll eliminate the confusion. It'll eliminate the brokenness. Then you can escape into the depth of reality, right? And the divine masculine chemistry came out here, right? Answers will start to unfold. Sorrow will heal. Feathers of hope. Grasp the feathers of hope, a delicate symbol of upward promises and an uplifting future. Again, getting advice, seeking guidance with an open heart, ready to learn and grow the wisdom offered by others. Ashe, I'm ready. I'm ready to be open to it. We got gentle, it was on the side. We got gentle release and just go with it. Let yourself surrender to the flow of life. My serious currents. Embrace spontaneity and trust the journey, remaining open to unexpected twists and turns along the way. Just go with the flow. My hand itching. Fantasyland. No illusions. Fantasyland. Make sure everyone involved is being realistic and on the same age. No, same page. I knew that, but it was kind of faded. Make sure everyone's involved is being realistic and on the same page. Yes, this has to be an authentic reading, Spirit. Ooh, divine masculine, seek truth. Seek truth just landed on divine masculine. And unity blooms landed on confusion. Unity blooms. I've never seen that card before. So seek truth on divine masculine. Embrace clarity as revelation unfolds. Keep an open mind for answers. Illuminate the path to understanding. Unity blooms. Foster harmony and connections within your community, nurturing bonds that bring us together. Unity will eliminate a lot of confusion. Serene haven. Embrace tranquility as your refuge, where serenity blossoms and peace enfolds for being. Embrace tranquility as you refuge, where serenity blossoms and peace enfolds your being. Ashe. And tell me why it's a boat here with water. I swear to you, I think I'm supposed to be on a boat. I'm supposed to be on a boat, and I should sleep on the water like at least 3 nights a week. It's something about it. Because the other night I was by water, and I left the windows down. And my friend said the next morning, you crazy, that's dangerous. But it was something about it. I needed it. I needed every bit of that window being down. Transform and rise. Your journey of transformation unlocks vast potential, guiding your evolution to new heights. Your journey of transformation unlocks vast potential, guiding your evolution to new heights. Ashe. Divinely guided. So, being divinely guided right now is definitely a divine masculine. Trust the wisdom of the universe and remain open to receive guidance as you journey through life's mysteries. Like, I believe in a divine mother. I know the divine mother is always there, give me downloads, uploads, upgrades, everything. But I just know for a fact that this air sign, oh, what sign was he? January 6th, Capricorn. Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God. Excuse me. Ashe. He's a Capricorn. Guess what my rising sign is? It's a Capricorn. That is interesting. That is totally interesting. That is totally interesting. That's like saying somebody asks your hand in marriage and you ask them what their zodiac sign and it's your moon sign. What? So you mean to tell me he showed up to let me know, like, baby, you got to go further than these tarot cards. You on a whole nother mission. You on scholarship. You on fucking philosophy. You on that level. But something about secrecy and privacy, like keep it private, you know. It's okay to do this reading, but you can't tell everybody everything. Give me a few more, Spirit. What about this broken? Seize every minute. Embrace each moment with purpose, for time is a precious gift on your journey to self-discovery. And I said it, like, you cannot figure shit out if you haven't tasted sour and sweet. You know, savory and salty. I mean, savory and sweet. You know what I mean? Cold and hot. You know what I mean? Humility, humiliation versus happiness and peace, you know. You can't respect either until you experience another. But do we really need respect? You know what I mean? Can't we just be? I'm a beautiful being. Adapt and thrive. Adapt and thrive. There was another card out here talking about adapt. Oh, that's a captive. Luck flows with change. Stay flexible, embrace shifts, and learn from the journey as answers reveal themselves. Ashe. Okay. Steady as you go. Navigate with patience and resilience, trusting in your inner strength to guide you through life's twists and turns. Steady as you go. mountain of mastery. Ascend towards self-realization and triumph, guided by the stoic presence of the mastery mountain pathway. Stand strong with defense as your shield. Find strength in preservation, guarding what matters most. That is interesting. Adapt to transformation. Embrace change with open arms, for it is the catalyst for your evolution and growth. That is so interesting. Clarify life situation. It said it at the very beginning. You know, I can't get over that card coming out. Seek guidance with an open heart. So that means, like, don't go to Alan Watts on a mission. Seek guidance with pure light, you know, and you'll receive it, okay? The answers are going to unfold. And in the process, you're going to heal. You're going to learn. You're going to clarify. Things are going to shift in your life. Sometimes you're going to have to listen to things several times. Maybe you'll listen to the lecture in 2026, and then maybe you have to go back and listen to it again in 2028. Okay? Just because you heard it once don't mean nothing. Just like Bobby Hemmett. After 6 months go by, a year go by, I listened to it again. Because it was something I missed. Okay, let's do some ratchet shit. Alan Watts energy. Let's do some ratchet shit. We're going to use the Kipperish deck. Okay, Alan Watts energy. Let's see what happens here. Sweetheart. What else about this Alan Watts energy? Anything else about this Alan Watts energy, spirit? Ooh, soulmate. Now, what is they doing? Said come with open heart. Soulmate. We might be from the same soul tribe. Ah. Sweetheart, soulmate. What is up with my nose? Good. What else, spirit? Dang. They want to flip, but they ain't flip. Karma. I might need this type of karma, this type of energy for growth and potential. Death magic. Boss. Enamour and priest. This is some heavy shit. Divine feminine, moving on, and work labor. This is interesting. Boss was in reverse. Death magic was in reverse. Divine feminine moving on. And work and labor was in reverse. Sweetheart was in reverse. Priest and enamour. Dang. Divine masculine. destruction, an obsession, entity attachment, thoughts from a star seed, and protection at the bottom of the deck, rituals, the earth angel. Yeah, I think there's a karmic female. That's the warning from this situation. Boss in reverse might be an entity attachment. Something about a boss. Somebody may be flirting with their boss or got a thing for their boss. You know something? I like the reading because I feel like I'm getting certain energies from it, right? But at the same time, I want it to be strictly about Alan Watts, and it's not. It's all over the place. Somebody obsessed, destruction, and entity attachments. Or maybe, you know, the energy is a little compromised right now, the space. Because they don't want you honing in on certain stuff so they can kind of interfere every now and then. Even Starseed was in reverse. Let me see something. For Death Magic to be in reverse and Soulmate came out. Maybe it's saying that his image didn't die from Death Magic. Like, he steered clear of the sacrifice. Even though those dates ain't adding up. Okay, Spirit. One more time and then I'm going to close it out. I'll try again another day. Confusion and illusion. Strictly about Alan Watts. What does it benefit me to know Alan Watts? Oh my goodness. Lust. Divination. Evil eye. Out of all this deck, let me put everything back. Out of all this deck, give me the energy of Alan Watts. Priestess. Mature man. Manipulation. So, he knew he could contact me. He knew he could contact me. That's what that is. He knew he had access to me. He wasn't old and gray either. He knew he could contact me. Look at her third eye. Self-love. He was able to contact me because my heart was open and my third eye was open or open. But this manipulation, what's this manipulation, Spirit? What is this manipulation? North Node. Somebody's trying to manipulate my North Node. What about this mature man? distant future. Oh, Lord. I don't know why it made me think like something's going to be reborn and it's going to be like the Alan Watts, because it said soulmate at the very beginning. Like they're going to approach me with some Alan Watts energy, soulmate type shit. This is so good. Can you tell me more strictly about Alan Watts? I don't want to hear nothing about these females. Nothing. I just want to know Alan Watts. Poverty and pathway. They're going to help with the poverty and the pathway. Lust. Why does this card keep coming out? Like, why would his energy be lusted for me? There's a puppet master. They just used this image. It's somebody else. What else, Spirit? Look! Soulmate. Entity attachment. Community. And change in reverse. So, whoever my soulmate is, it's an entity attached to them. Whole community of them. They have not changed. Something about keep your starseed energy private. Look at commitment coming out. Commitment. But it has nothing to do with your ancestors. It's some type of bondage. And unbothered. It's like, I talked about this before. What if a lot of people's soulmates are here, but they got them with spirits and people and NPCs that just keep them busy? And they probably don't even know the spiritual game. What if? Message at the bottom of the deck. And the fact that we just can't keep this shit on Alan Watts is crazy. Like, mind your business. You get what I'm saying? Like, mind your business. Anything else? Work, labor, and efforts. Ashe. Gardening. Hard work, labor, efforts. Rising star. Whatever's happening is going to pay off. Chakras align. Yes. Not a rising star that make me itch. My nose already felt like shit was going up. I'm going to be having to vacuum my body after a while. It's time for me to get some rest. This rising star is not your typical tabloids, Essence magazine type of shit. This rising star is identifying self, not being confused by lust and manipulation. Okay? Rescuing yourself and also trying to rescue your soulmate if possible. Because your soulmate is in bondage under some type of entity situation. Okay? Your focus is your north node, okay? And it's a community of these motherfuckers. Tell me more about Alan Watts. Spirit, tell me something about Alan Watts. Thief in reverse. What else, Spirit? What about this thief in reverse? Blocked. and abandonment. Some form of practice is robbing you and blocking you. Something about the hope. Something about hoping ain't right. I hope. Something ain't right. Something about this abandonment. Like you need to abandon the hope. But I don't know. I'm not that wishful. I wish this. I hope this. Something about something is taking your currency somewhere else. And I'm talking to myself clearly. Something's blocking your north node. What else about this? A mature woman is involved. And a priest. Remember priest came out at the very beginning? There's a mature woman and a priest involved with you being blocked. What else about Alan Watts, Spirit? Ice Queen in reverse. That's actually a good thing. Halfway. It seems like, excuse me, y'all. Okay. No matter what is going down with this manipulation, the lust, the manipulation, the wishing bad on your life, I'm on the right path. Got to be. With ancestors or no ancestors. There's definitely an unbothered situation here. And the focus is getting advice, seeking guidance with an open heart, ready to learn and grow from the wisdom offered by others. Yes, it's time to be able to receive this wisdom, these downloads, these upgrades, genetic upgrades. Yeah. That's interesting. Anything else about Alan Watts? Legal, obsession, and destruction. Somebody is obsessed with a person like me in the legal system, and they're about to be destroyed. You know, not that I know of, I have any legal issues. But it's somebody in the legal department that is highly obsessed with me. There's a priest that probably did magic when I was born. And there's a mature woman that knows exactly who I am that's in my fucking way. And they're going to be dealt with accordingly. Because this work, labor, and efforts are about to pay off. Caution. Child. Ice King. Yeah. Somebody put my childbearing years on ice. Okay. It's obvious I don't have children. Which I don't want children in this reality at all. Because we would literally go hand in fist, because you're not going to tell me how much my child should weigh. You're not going to tell me how to discipline my child. You're not going to tell me how to raise my child. You're not going to tell me nothing about my child. That's my creation. And I would definitely raise my child to bring a system down. to be aware. I would not have my child in a system to destroy the futures to come. Never. And my soulmate is alive and on this planet right now. But they're trapped in a relationship with entity attachments. Can we get anything else about this Alan Watts gift? What about this gift? Achievement. Spirit said the gift, the gap. Receive the gift, the gnosis, and you will achieve. Ain't that some shit? Spirit said intellectually. Trusted. What is horticulture? Hold on. What is horticulture? Horticulture is the branch of agriculture that deals with the art, the science, and the business of growing intensively cultivated plants for food, medicine, and aesthetic decoration. You know, it's funny. I was listening to a lecture by Alan Watts that talked about an island where he was like, we don't want to destroy the island. We want to learn how to use it. It can't make revenue anymore. And he wanted to learn how to use the island without destroying it, because it used to make revenue. He wanted to keep everything in its nature, but also have it creating some type of revenue and abundance. And it's just funny how my psyche said horticulture. And it's literally talking about farming, the labor of love, hard work, creating food, abundance, and medicine. That is so crazy how I just heard the word horticulture. What else about Alan Watts? Abuse. Who is abused? Courthouse. And love offer sideways. Who's abused? Mentally and emotionally. Oh. False. In reverse. Whatever's going on. The mental abuse. Being unstable. That legal bitch about to get her motherfucking shit smashed. Yeah. She about to get it smashed. Tell me why this entity or spirit want me to understand that somebody is trying to bash somebody in the legal system. And they want them to be made out to be mentally ill or crazy, so they have no governance over themselves. I spoke about this before. In New York City, there was a melanated woman driving a BMW convertible with the roof dropped. The police was so jealous of her that he arrested her and put her in a crazy house. She was in there for 30 days, car got confiscated and everything because she was a black woman driving a fucking BMW convertible in New York City. They put her in a crazy house. That's how you know when you really fucking protected. Because I see, oh, that's my shirt doing that. Boy, you should, it'll feel like a candle or something. That's how you know you protected. When they just can't just fuck you over like that. That's just like the husbandry law. Like, it's easy for a husband to say their wife crazy and send her to a asylum. Look. I don't know what this is dealing with. But what if some of these people who Image passed away? When did he pass away? Again, what year? 73. Oh yeah, he would be. What's that, like 50 more years now? And he was born in 1915. He died young. 25, 35, 45, 55, 65. 65. He was like 50 some years old. $58 years old. Five times 8 is 40. 5 plus 8 is 13. Which is 4. 3. 8 take away 5 is 3. 11. 7. No, 27. 28. 37. 44. 47. That still come to 11. He died so young. One and 6 is 7. 13, 14. 23. 2 and 3 is 6. He died very young. That's interesting. Anything else about Alan Watts? Moving on. Okay. It's like saying, don't even talk about it no more. Just move on from the subject. Look, moving on in 60 or 6. Y'all, this is the most unrelated reading, okay? Don't shoot the messenger, okay? But I got the answer I need. Getting advice. There's so much witchery out here going on. There's some shit going on out here. Let me try to do one final word. Let me shuffle. And then I'll let y'all go. Okay, Spirit. Final message. Ooh, heck no. Final message about Alan Watts. Actual money and destruction. What else about Alan Watts? Confusion and illusion. So basically they saying the dream was a confusion and illusion. So what else, Spirit? What else about Alan Watts? Work, labor, and efforts. Moving on. Unbothered. And house. What else about Alan Watts? Abuse. Jezebel. Legal. Ancestors and obsession. False narrative in reverse of something true. Protection. This is the most crazy reading. Priest and Ice Queen. I'm gonna leave it there. All this is so irrelevant. And it might not be irrelevant, but it's all over the place. I got the message that I needed. That's why I say let's use the ratchet cards. Because they're definitely ratchet as hell. But no, they do good reads. They have a lot of intuition and guidance. But I don't know what else to say, y'all. Okay, I'm going to get off here. It was a pleasure, y'all. It was definitely a pleasure. And yes, I'm uploading this. This won't be the first or the last time I didn't get the message I wanted. But did I get the message I wanted? Remember, obscurity, secret, mysteries, and concealment. But I'm open. I'm a very open person. So there we have it. Unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free.